it's Roberto Moreno. Allan Grice is in car 9. Johnny Harvey in 10. It's Steve Masterton in 4. Jim Richards in 2. And in 7, George Fury. They're coming round now on this flying lap. 6 laps is the race length. The pace car will pull off to one side. And like a swarm of bees, the international and local driver will set off. There's the pace car pulling to one side now. They're coming towards the start.
6 laps, $5,000 to the winner. It's a no race, I think. No, I don't think the starter's happy with the formation. Behind the pace car, there was no red light, or was there?
Well, let's just...
There seems to be some confusion. I think the drivers think it's a race. Yeah, the pace car's pulled off.
Dave McMillan in car 1 was doing well along there. He is still, I think, the leading nose in that group going down the back of the straight. There are 10 drivers altogether. Different lines as they come round this totally altered circuit here at Calder.
That's the big alteration right there. This new series of S's instead of the big sweep out of the end of the back straight.
Oops, someone there really going across the gravel, and cars have gone off left, right and centre behind. There's been a spin.
Rosberg's in front, Kenke Rosberg.
And there's a nice little touch there going on behind. They just keep it going. Dave McMillan in car 1 giving number 3, who is Roberto Moreno, a little bit of a touch. Another car has gone so wide that the spectators started running. And the driver who spun is a forlorn pursuer of the field.
Rosberg sticking out wide by the fence, 3 abreast right behind him. Moreno's one of them. Also in car number 2, it's Jim Richards sneaking up on the inside. And car number 1, it's McMillan.
6 is Kenke Rosberg, the Finnish driver, world champion a couple of years ago.
Will he be there at the finish?
Who's that going? Someone taking a rather wide line there, who got back in the traffic to the distress of all the following drivers. Rosberg takes a very wide approach as he comes down through these S-bends.
Well, he's well clear of any likelihood of... Oh, there is trouble behind, further back in the pack. A couple of cars are off on the infield.
Having a little difficulty getting back into the damage done.
Allan Grice, you wouldn't believe it, would you?
Yes, you would.
Rosberg well clear of all that. As I said, a little smoke from the brakes there coming around the top of the turn onto the straight again, sticking out once more wide by the fence. And he's got a break of, about 12 car lengths over the second place getter at the moment. That's number 2.
Yeah, that's Jim Richards. And then 5 following, and number 5 is Niki Lauda, who's worked his way up into 3rd place. And Lauda taking a slightly tighter line than Richards there, showing he doesn't mind getting involved in a bit of hurly-burly and a bit of pushing and shoving.
So Richards in the sandwich between Rosberg and Lauda. Lauda making ground on Richards, but neither of them making any ground on Rosberg as they go down the back straight at Calder once more.
Spectacular stuff. Rosberg, the Finnish driver who succeeded Alan Jones as the number 1 driver in the Williams team, and then proceeded to show his worth by taking the World Championship. You know, Gary, it's interesting. Rosberg won the World Championship 2 years ago by winning 1 Grand Prix. Niki Lauda this year won 5, came 2nd.
John Shepherd with us again today, and I see that Allan Grice has pulled out, John.
Yes, well, I guess that's a risk you take when you play little bumpies with these cars. It's all good fun, but it doesn't take much to disarrange them.
You've got to be able to steer them, and you've got to be able to drive them. With a front-wheel drive car that's got a deranged front end, you are in trouble. So Allan Grice out of the race.
Past the start-finish line again, Kenke Rosberg. Still 10, 12 car lengths in front. Jim Richards, 2nd place, then Niki Lauda and Roberto Moreno.
They're the top 4. They have 3 laps to go. Trailing the field at the moment is car number 4, which is Steve Masterton. 9 runners left. Some of them still persisting with those wide lines. They're going very hard. It's sometimes difficult to tell from the angles that you see just how quickly they're going. But
Richards quickly making ground on Rosberg down the back.
That's Rosberg's in trouble because he pulled in quite a lot in that last lap.
Yes, well, Richard really has floated a lot. The former New Zealand driver right behind the man who made his reputation in New Zealand, because it was over there that Rosberg, the Finnish driver no one wanted to know, who won the Series 4 Formula Pacific car, that was now called Formula Mondial, the type of car he'll be driving again today.
Close enough to challenge Jim Richards.
He may have strained it in the earlier laps perhaps, but he was working it very hard.
Yes. 2 laps to go.
He was puffing smoke from every available orifice.
Look at the crowd, great crowd at Calder today.
We'll talk
4 Grand Prix days.
We'll talk about the circuit and the changes a little later, but the whole character of the place has changed, hasn't it, Gary?
Oh, look at that. Rosberg conceded danger from Richards, spinning in very close on that. Here goes Richards, big challenge now, going into the back straight.
Richard knows the circuit well, or knows that part of it has been changed elsewhere, but he certainly knows the way around that bend. Although Rosberg doesn't have long to learn a circuit. And he will, it'll be interesting to see the lines they take here. He's in front by about 2 cars.
Lap and a half to go.
And he'll make it hard for Richards. He does move on the outside, and he's going to persist. Fancy running into you, they say. And here they go through the bends. Richards has suffered a bit of bodywork damage, or the car has. This race sponsored by Nissan and the Panel Beaters Association of Australia, I would think. But Richards still close enough after that coming together to offer another challenge.
The whole field is closing up too. Haven't you noticed that Lauda is right on their hammer now, and Moreno also moving strongly into the picture?
That smoke you're seeing coming out of the exhaust pipes is when those blokes are using second gear. It causes oil surge down there. They're straining these poor little standard cars a little bit higher than they're designed to be.
1 lap to go, and it's going to be some lap as Jimmy Richards moves up again to have another crack at Rosberg. Rosberg in tighter. Look at Lauda.
Lauda's moved right up now. Rosberg's in danger here. Richards gives him a little push to remind him that he's close. And if he can just get the right line, Richards with his mangled front bumper bar will try and get the inside line, but Rosberg pulls out very fast. Lauda is close enough to offer a challenge if they just give him a bit of leeway. That's him in the second red car. They're right behind Richards.
Richards in an unenviable position here because being the meat in the sandwich is Lauda.
Literally, Lauda.
Oh, he's been pushed off. Lauda did. Lauda said, I don't like you in front of me, get out of the way. And he gave him a very discreet Austrian push.
So it's internationals, 1, 2, 3. Somebody's taking a shortcut. Rosberg is in front, Lauda in second spot, Moreno third as they make the final sweeping right-hand turn into the main straight at Calder International Raceway to come down for the finish of the Nissan Turbo Super Challenge, and the prize is going to go to Kenke Rosberg from Finland. Over he goes, takes the checkered flag, about 4 car lengths clear of Niki Lauda and a further 6 lengths to Roberto Moreno.
George Fury came up in 4th place, having had a quiet race at the back of the field. But it was, whoops, the race is over, but they rather enjoyed it, I think. Or maybe they're not going to recognise the checkered flag. Well, when the internationals get out there and they find a few of the locals getting close and showing the inclination to play rough, they show why they're professionals who can earn up to $2 million a year.
So, check the placings there in the first race of the day at Calder on the Grand Prix program today, the Nissan Super Challenge.